Evening YouTube. So it's Friday night again tonight, so it's Hi-Fi night. And James is here, but James is a little bit worse for wear tonight. So as you can see on the table, I've got the realistic STA20 receiver, and I've got it connected up to them little Denon speakers. Well, I say they're Denons, they're actually Mission speakers, but they are sold as Denons. So I've got them connected up to the realistic tonight. So this is a right little budget combo, because this realistic receiver is a cheap one, and them speakers are very cheap as well. So I've got a right budget friendly hi-fi combo tonight on the table. So this realistic receiver is a STA20. It's not very powerful, it is only rated at 7 watts per channel. And the speakers are made by Mission, but they are sold as Denon. And they are model SCM5K. And they are a really good little set of speakers. I really like them, that's why I've always kept hold of these Missions. I'll show you the back, I'll show you what they are. Just turn that off in case I knock the speaker wires out or something while I'm turning them round. So there, look, you can see what they are. SCM5K. Designed and manufactured by Mission for Denon, and they are rated at 75 watts and they are 6 ohms, made in England. And they're a good little set of speakers, they are. Well, for the money they make, because these things don't make a lot of money, and they are really good for the price you can get a set for. So I just turn the realistic back on. And it's looking good, the old realistic now, and it all cleaned up with all the lights going on it. Yeah, she looks really good. So I'm just going to put my little feet back under the speakers just to isolate them a little bit from the table. And I've been getting a really good sound out of this little combo tonight, because I wasn't sure how this one was going to work, this realistic with these Missions on it. But I'll tell you what, these two work really well together. I'm getting a really good sound out of this. So I have got my arcam CD player, as usual, plugged in the back. So I've got a good CD player going into this. That's a bit of money's worth of CD player. So I've been playing through that lot tonight. Now I haven't had all the CDs all the way through. The only one I've played all the way through is that Quadrophenia soundtrack, because I really like that CD. And years ago I used to play that CD loads when I had one of these realistics. So I've played the whole thing tonight, and I've been going down memory lane. And I've really enjoyed listening to that Quadrophenia soundtrack on this little combo. And like I said, this is a cheap combo, cheap speakers, cheap receiver, but I have got a bit of money's worth of CD player running through it. This is a really good quality CD player. So the CD player might be helping out this little combo a little bit, might be helping it sound as good as it does tonight. And I do need to get a bit more of a budget friendly CD player, but I don't want to buy one on eBay because I know I will find one in a charity shop. And it'd be better to get one in a charity shop for putting with these cheap little setups that I do. Because if I buy one on eBay, I know what I'm like, and I've had quite a lot of CD players over the years. So I'll be finding one that I know sounds really good, and it'll be a decent make, and I'll be trying to get it really cheap. And then that's not really what these little budget setups that I'm doing are all about. So if I find one in a charity shop, then it is what it is, ain't it? Whatever I find will be the one that I use, whether it's a good one, a bad one, or something in between. And I'm surprised I haven't found one yet, because I always see cheap CD players in charity shops. But since I've been after one, I've been in loads of charity shops and just haven't found one. So tonight I did sort of set this realistic up because I knew James was coming round, and I thought, right, I'll do the realistic, little set of speakers on it like me and James had when we was kids. I dug the old Quadrophenia soundtrack out and I thought, right, that's a good one for me and James tomorrow night. We'd have a right trip down memory lane. But then what did James do? He spent all day in the pub and now he is laying down in the other room because he doesn't feel very well. Because James has had a bad back, so he went to the doctors today, so he had the day off work. But the moment he come out the doctors, he went straight in the pub, and he has been in there all day, and I picked him up from the pub on my way home. So I went in there, had a couple of pints, but then I wanted to get home because there was a Denon finishing on eBay that I wanted to have a bid on. So we got back here for about 7:30, Denon finishing on eBay. So I went on eBay, put my bid in, and yes, I did win it. It's a Denon PMA 720 amplifier. Now it's not working, it's a little bit scratched up, but I haven't paid a lot for it. So hopefully if I can get that one going, it should be a really good buy. But after I found that one, I found an Eagle 6400 amplifier, which is one me and James have been after for ages. But it looked really knackered. It's had half its faceplate cut off and it was in the buy it now for too much money. So I showed it to James, who was a little bit tipsy, and I went, here James, look, there's an Eagle on here, but it's too much money. He went, oh, go on, buy it. I said, James, I'm not buying that. It's too much money and I can't buy another one tonight because I've just bought that Denon. I said, I can't buy nothing else till I get paid next week. And James went, oh, look at it, it needs saving. And he just leant over me and hit the buy it now button. And then just threw his card at me and he went, I'll get that one, look at it, it's an Eagle 6400, we need to save it. And I went, James, have you bought that for yourself? He went, no, look at the state of it, I don't want it, it don't even work. He said, I've bought that for you, good luck getting it going. And then we both just fell about laughing. So James has had one too many and he has bought an Eagle 6400 amplifier that doesn't work and it's got half its faceplate chopped off. And then 2 minutes after that, James has just looked at me and he went, I don't feel very well, I need to have a lie down. And that's it, I ain't seen him since, he's just been in the other room laying down. But I've been quite happy in here with the realistic and this CD, Quadrophenia soundtrack. Now there's some great tracks on there. Now this isn't the Who version, this is the actual motion picture version, because the Who version has just got the Who tracks on it. This has got all the tracks on it. So it's great, that CD, and that is the one we used to listen to loads on our old realistic. So I've been really happy in here tonight listening to that Quadrophenia CD through this little combo. And it really does sound good. These speakers and this receiver definitely have got a good sound going on tonight. Well, for the money's worth of gear that is sitting on the table, let's not get carried away. This is not sounding like a big Macintosh with a set of Bowers and Wilkins Nautilus on it. It's not sounding like that. This is a really cheap little setup, but it really is sounding good for how much money's worth of gear is here. It really is. These speakers really are working on this receiver. And the top end on this little combo really is a nice top end. Really does sound good. And I've been getting a fair bit of bass out of these little speakers. For what they are, they have been pumping tonight on this Realistic. And then I've had that Cass Angel CD going, checking out some vocals. And yeah, the top end on this combo is really good for what it is. Because on that Angel CD, there really is some high female vocals going on in it. And I've been getting no harshness, no screechiness. It's been just doing a lovely job with that CD. So everything tonight has been sounding exactly as it should. Well, except James, because James has sounded a little bit distorted tonight, and it is all his own doing. So I've been quite impressed with this Realistic again tonight, because this is only the second time I've been using it. I had it going the other night with my Bowers and Wilkins solid speakers on it, and it sounded really good through them. And then tonight with these missions on it, again it's sounding really good. So I would say there is nothing wrong with this Realistic, because I've just repaired this one, and there's always a chance that even though it is working, it's going to have bad caps in it or something like that that will affect the sound. But this Realistic hasn't. It sounds too good to have anything wrong with it. So this one is working 100% as it should. And on these mission speakers tonight, I've been really enjoying the sound of it. I've been getting a decent sound with a few different types of music going through it. And the same the other night with them solid speakers on it. I really enjoyed myself that night. I was getting a lovely sound out of this little receiver. Now I know I've only had it on 2 sets of speakers, so I haven't really tested it properly yet. So next I will put something bigger on it, something with a bigger driver, maybe get them Kefs on it or something and see how it gets on with them. But so far, on the 2 sets of speakers I've had this Realistic on, it really is a good sounding little receiver. It's got a nice bit of bass, it's got a lovely top end to it. And it's only a cheap one. I really didn't pay much for this thing. So for the money I've got this for, I really am happy with it. Because just look at it. It looks good and it sounds good. And it really is a nice one to have sitting in front of you and play around with. So thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and I shall see you next time.